That was my new theme song. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name's Glenn Lockwood. Somebody knew that. My wife Carrie and I have been members here for 20 years, and I'm on the board of trustees. And I want to give you an idea of why I want you to look intentionally at your pledge, not just generally, but this year specifically. I reviewed the pledges that Terry and I have been that we have made over the last 10 years, and I was pleased with how it's grown, 7.5 times over the last 10 years. And we now give away 10% of our income, and this congregation is a top priority in that giving. Our pledges used to be convenient; it was what was easy, and now we spend a little bit more time thinking about it, and it means something when we give. We give with purpose, and it feels generous. Over the 20 plus years that we've been a part of this congregation, we each recalled situations where we were challenged to think about how we give and why we give and how much we give. And here are a few of the reasons. Our youth programs, our welcoming ministry, the friend and membership engagement programs, excellent worship, spectacular music, pastoral care that keeps us connected and whole, administrative excellence. Did you know that we are a resource for congregations looking to professionalize their administrative operations? We get calls asking, how do you guys do this? We've demonstrated a desire and a willingness to invest in our campus. And most recently, I've been inspired by our engagement in a regular and sustained strategic planning process. We started it several years ago, probably something on the order of maybe 7 to 9, and we're in the process of renewing that now. That feels good. It feels right that we set an intention, we executed, and now we're renewing that. So we began to look at our pledge differently because we could, and because we saw what was happening and what could happen. Since 2008, this congregation has grown over 40%. We've added staff, but not at the same rate that we've added members. And we've added them not in anticipation of the growth that we wanted, but to catch up. All of the staff additions that we've made have been part-time, and some of them have been made possible due to one-time gifts, which, while generous and appreciated, are not sustainable. Compared to nearly 100 congregations our size, we have 20% fewer staff than those congregations. And our staff, on average, are paid on the low side of the guidelines established by the UUA for our region. Did you know that Reverend Susan regularly cuts her board-recommended pay increases and professional development budget so that she can try to do what's right by our staff and for our programs? That's not sustainable, and it's not how we want to be known. The brief list of highlights that I reviewed is the result of a highly engaged and committed congregation, to be sure, and we're supported by a highly performing and overcommitted professional staff. As we look to who we can become as a congregation, let's make sure we put our money where our collective mouth is. Let your intention during this stewardship campaign be to evaluate what constitutes generosity. When the budget's prepared based on the results of this campaign, let's make sure that it's prepared from the perspective of abundance. So, let's set an intention that we'll each review our own pledge from a perspective of generosity and abundance. Then our budget can reflect what we collectively see for ourselves today and tomorrow. I hope you'll join Terry and me and increase your pledge, 10% or more. Give not until it hurts. Give so that it helps, so that it feels good. Give intentionally. Give so that we can have the staff that we want and that we need. Give so that when we're trying to attract staff, We're viewed as a generous congregation, one that values our staff and sees them as critical to helping us fulfill our mission and achieve our vision. Give to make the difference that we're called to make. For ourselves, for each other, for our children, and for our future.